Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I probably have lipstick on my teeth right now. So, I am testing out literally everything from Rare Beauty today besides the eyeliner. So if that's something you're interested in, sorry, I don't have it. I do have literally at least one of everything though, including the brushes. So if you want to see how everything applies, my final thoughts on it, then to be sure and subscribe to my channel, follow me on Instagram, and we'll go ahead and get started. Alright, so I have honestly like at least one or more of every single product that she came out with. The only product I'm not going to be testing and showing you guys today is the eyeliner, just because I just bought a Kvd liquid liner duo and I frankly just don't need multiple liquid liners. I don't use it all that often. So sorry about that, but literally I got everything else, even the brushes. So I have actually used the foundation, concealer, and the brow product already. The rest of my stuff just got here today as I'm filming this. So I have tried these products out using a sponge, and a different products kind of coincided with them. And I even used like a sample of the blush that I got with that first order. So I kind of know how everything's going to wear on me, but I'm excited to try everything else out with all of the other products. So first off, I'm going to go ahead and prime my face. I'm using the Illuminating Primer that is part of the collection. So I've already watched a couple of reviews. So like yesterday I knew that the blush is like very pigmented, so I knew not to use too much. And then I've watched Nikki tutorials collab with her, so I kind of understand like all of the great things she's doing with this brand, and like the reason for the packaging is for people with flare-ups of like lupus and arthritis and things like that is what I've heard, and how she is donating 1% of all of her yearly earnings from the brand to the Rare Beauty Fund, I believe is what it is. But I know it supports mental health, which I think is amazing. My nose is running all of a sudden. So honestly, I haven't used a primer like this in a long time, but I do like it. It feels really nice on the skin. It's very illuminating. So definitely like that. I did also get the spray. I feel like my skin looks very hydrated. I saw a couple people say they saw like little shimmers. Personally, I don't. I feel like it just makes my skin really glowy. It reminds me of like my Becca primers that I have and love. I actually haven't replenished on those in a while just because I found some other ones I love more. So next, I know this, I believe on Sephora's website says you can use this like before your makeup and at the end. So I'm going to do both just because I want to try it out. This is their Always an Optimist 4-in-1 Mist. Shake well. So I'm going to spray. Maybe might need to, it's brand new, so that mist is nice. That smells so good. It definitely does smell like a spa, like almost like cucumber. Just really fresh. As you guys can see, my face is actually breaking out just like a little bit. I generally don't get too many breakouts, but I've been wearing a mask at work, so which is one of the reasons I have been a little bit more MIA here on YouTube. Like I always say, follow me on Instagram. I post every single day. I'm really active on there, so I'm going to go ahead and shake up this foundation. So I did just get one shade, and surprisingly, I wore it yesterday, and it matches me really well. I was really nervous. This is the shade 180W, in case we're about the same shade. I love the packaging, and like I said and mentioned, she made it with people who have like arthritis and lupus in mind, and I think that's amazing. Plus, it just feels comfortable for me to grip. Like, I don't know, I just personally really like it. I feel like it's easier for me too. So I'm just going to go ahead and put some on my skin. I'm not going to do as much as I did yesterday since I am going to try out the brushes. It's very liquidy. I think I saw it's like a serum foundation. I'm excited because I've been wearing more light coverage makeup for everyday use if I'm deciding to. I haven't really been doing that much glam, like full glam lately. So I say I'm not going to do a lot and then proceeds to put on a lot. So this is her foundation brush. I love the angle. I think it's really pretty. I like the soft touch. that the handle has. So I'm just going to go ahead and start blending. I watched Selena's video. I think she was just like buffing and then after kind of blending like that. I'm just going to kind of pat it in and kind of blend it out. This brush is really nice once you kind of move it where you want and then just kind of like stipple it. Can really smooth out any of the marks that it left. I will say yesterday I should have taken some little short video clips. I did apply it with my sponge, which I did wet just in case I needed it, but luckily I don't think I do. But it did give me less coverage, which is to be expected, you know, when you're putting it on with a sponge instead of a brush. So I'm just gonna place it on my neck and then blend that out. I feel like my face and neck are so pale and white compared to the rest of my body. Like, that's really is just like weightless. Like, I feel like it looks really nice on the skin. As you guys can see, hopefully, since I do have this newer camera, that it is definitely like a medium coverage. I personally can't build it up any more than this, like yesterday when I tried, just because my freckles are dark, obviously, and they do peek through. So if you're someone that doesn't like for your freckles to peek through, like a little bit of discoloration from your blemishes and things, they will. But personally, I'm okay with it. I don't mind, and I love my freckles. So next I'm going to go with the concealer, and this is in the shade 130N. But again, I did also get the brush for this as well. I'm going to go ahead and apply. I love this doe foot. I'm sure you guys have seen it everywhere, but it is so great to get in that inner corner like you saw. Like, it's like it was made for my eyes, I swear. Yesterday when I used it, I was literally amazed because it's generally really hard for me to get in there. So I'm not going to use a lot. I typically just do like there. I'll dab here just to get more. A little there just for brightening, because I did get this a couple shades lighter because I do like to brighten up a little bit. And then just like that. So I don't really like a lot of concealer, especially on days where I'm not really going anywhere, especially if I'm going to work. Like lately to work, I won't even wear makeup just because I'm wearing a mask all day and I feel like there's no point. So I'm just going to go ahead and blend this out. I really like the angle of this brush as well. I feel like it's really great at getting in my inner corner. Like, it's blending out really well. So same thing about this concealer. I would say it's pretty light, possibly like leaning medium coverage. Like I said, it's going to help brighten up your under eyes, but it's not going to cover any like blemishes or freckles, if you guys can see my under eyes. So hopefully you guys can see that. Like I said, I don't mind that. I generally wear concealer to brighten up my face. I don't really normally care about covering up my freckles and blemishes and things like that. It's like very rare do I want like a full beat with like full coverage, just because I feel like it looks cakey on me throughout the day because my skin is a little bit on the drier side sometimes. Everything in the line is under $30. Like I said, I think the most expensive products were the foundation and the setting spray, which is awesome. This is like one of the cheapest foundations I think I've seen and used at Sephora, so I'm pleasantly surprised. So this is what my skin looks like up close. As you guys can see, I feel like everything looks really nice. I did exfoliate. I even shaved my face like a couple days ago, so it hasn't been, I think it's been like one day. So blush, I'm like really torn because I know I got one matte and one dewy. So I got Joy and then I got Bliss. So I kind of want to go in with Bliss just because I did like more of a like peachy shade yesterday. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and just, I know it's really pigmented, so I'm just going to like scrape off some on the cap. I'm just going to dot like that much, and then I'm just going to blend it out with this brush. This brush is really nice at being really gentle. That is so pretty. Like, I really like that a lot. I'm just going to build it up a little bit more. Because I like a heavy blush personally. I know a lot of people don't. If you don't, definitely be very light-handed. Like I am, because I've seen a video of this where it got out of hand like really quick. I think it was Raw Beauty Kirsty. I watched like 3 creators, I think, so far play with it. I definitely love how this applies with a brush way more than my beauty sponge. Like the blush especially. Everything else looks honestly like about the same. I think a brush will be easier. I like having my hands like dry and not all foundation-y, so this is really great. Such like a nice flush to the skin, so really happy with that. Next, I did get a new little Kvd liquid bronzer type deal thing. It's their stamps, so I'm gonna go with this as my like liquid bronzer today, just because I'm gonna do all of this and then like really lightly set the face. I do need to set my face just because I have class tonight and I have to wear a mask and I really want this to last. So put some of this on. I feel like that blended really nicely together. I'm happy with that. Really pretty light bronzer. Yesterday I wore it with the Fenty cream bronzer. If you guys follow me on Instagram, that's what I was wearing on my stories. But I really like these Couture products too. I've been loving the cream look lately. I'm going to lightly set it, so I'll be right back. So I went ahead and lightly set everything. Nothing crazy. I just set all over with this brush that I usually use. And then I did go in with like this really light Laura Mercier bronzer that I have. I have all these products linked down below in case you guys want to check it out. But went ahead and just kind of gently swept on the perimeter of my face. Just because I don't like it to be totally lost, because I know sometimes my cream bronzer can get lost. Blush I still think looks really nice and natural, at least in the camera. So I don't need to do any touch-ups there. I went ahead with that bronzer, just kind of lightly contoured, and I'm going to go in and use this bronzer as my shadow today. Keep it really simple. Do like one all-over shimmer, because I do have a souffle to use. But before I do that, and before I go on to brows, I'm going to go ahead with this product. This is her Dewy Lip Balm, and I got mine in the shade Blessed. I know a lot of people have mentioned it, but the packaging, it doesn't bother me, but it can move. It doesn't like lock, but it is magnetic. So keep that in mind. It does have like a flat base, which is nice. So if you want to lay it on your counter, laying it down so you don't drop it or anything, which I kind of like. But I'm going to go ahead and apply this while I do my foundation and some other things. It's a really pretty pink. This is definitely a pink I personally really like and that I would get a lot of use out of and wear all the time. Also, I forgot I got it, but I did get the liquid highlight as well. I'm just going to have to try and make it work over the powder. I know I generally don't like to do any cream products after I lightly powder, even if it's like lightly, just because sometimes it will pick it up. But I guess we're going to test it out today. So we'll get to that. But the brow product I did use, if you guys follow me on my stories, you probably saw. I don't know how I feel about it. I did get mine in the shade Cool Brown. I love the idea of it. I just wish and I hope she comes out with a brow product that is a like more defining pencil with the gel on the other side, because I really like the gel. And I do really like the product. It's super creamy, but because it's super creamy and because, as you guys can see, I have like no brow hairs, it is a little bit difficult to use even when I go in with the lightest hand. And I mean lightest hand, it goes on crazy pigmented. So let me grab a spoolie. I like to kind of outline generally, so we're going to try to make it work. And I'm just going to like gently line the lower. The brow like shade match is like spot on, but like I said, I just hope she comes out with a smaller one, because I think if she does, it's going to be like a home run product. You get a lot of product and two different kinds for what it is, and I think it's great value for the money. So far, what I might do today is just kind of do the tail and then maybe fill in the front end with like a brow powder, which is what I usually do anyways. I did my best to make it work, because like I said, it could be really great. I just think they need to kind of tweak this and make it smaller. I just prefer that. I'm sure it's great if you have bushy brows, but I do not. Yeah, so I'm gonna go in with my little brow powder that I have. I feel like that's better than yesterday. I still don't love it, but it is definitely better. So I'm gonna keep playing with this because I know I can get to work. It's just been a long time since I've played with a thicker brow pencil like this. Alright, we're gonna go in and do the gel now. So I'm just gonna apply that. I hate about brow gels is that like you need hair for them to like stick to. So like you can kind of see now like where I don't have any hair and I have to fill in. So once I do that, I'm gonna have to go back in with some powder. Don't you hate when you have like a brow hair that doesn't want to cooperate? That's what my whole left brow is. But anyway, so yeah, so that took me way longer than it should have. Alright, really quickly, I'm just going in and using some of my bronzer as my eyeshadow today. I tie it all together, and because it is like a more natural-ish look. You got a shimmer. Just gonna blend a little bit of like that goldier one on the outside. Alright, before we get to the lip souffle and the highlighter, I'm gonna go in and do some brown liner. So like I said, I have my own liner just because I didn't feel like wasting money. I don't use it too often. I'm gonna go ahead and use my brown Kvd Tattoo Liner. I love this. For me, this is easy to use. Like that literally took me like 2 seconds. I might try the other one once I'm out of these, but until then, there's no reason. And then for lower, I'm gonna go in with this Makeup Forever one. Got this in like an influencer box. Alright, got that on. I'm gonna go in with mascara. This is my new fave. You guys need to check this out. Again, if you follow my stories, I talked about it there on Instagram. It's so good. The brush is curved and it's amazing at getting in your lashes. I have some falsies sitting here with some glue on them waiting to dry and get a little tacky. So while I wait on those to get tacky, I'm going to play with the liquid luminizer in shade Enlighten. This one, it said it was like a really pretty champagne-y kind of color. So I think I'm going to blend this one out with the concealer brush, possibly. Let's see how this goes because it's over my powder. It's picking up a little bit, so I don't know if I like that, so I might need this sponge. I feel like it's really pretty, but I really wish I would have remembered to put it under the powder because I know it would do better on a highlight. I do think it kind of picked up just a little bit, but again, that's my fault. I really wish I wouldn't have forgotten. I'm so sad. This is what first impressions are all about. So, while I'm putting on my lashes, I just kind of wanted to let you guys know. So yesterday, like I said, I did wear the products that I already had in all day. And so that includes the foundation and concealer and then the brow, which I'm not going to really, it's a brow. So, foundation and concealer yesterday. I wore them. I usually do my makeup about like 8, 9 a.m. This is late for me today. I'm doing it at noon. Well, finishing it at noon. I started like 11 just because my mail got here at like 11-ish, 10:30-ish. So as soon as that came in, I started filming. That foundation, I didn't take it off till like 8. I asked my husband Chris how it looked right before bed. He said it looked the best out of any foundation I had, like especially around my nose and chin at night. Usually they'll start to break up on me right there, especially because I like to touch my face and I eat, I snack, and all of that. So I'm honestly amazed that it lasted and looked as good as it did. I really wish, and I'm kicking myself for not inserting a clip of it yesterday because not everyone is going to get everything and like the primer and everything, and I get that. So yesterday I tried it out with the Hydro Grip primer for Milk Makeup, which is new to me. And that was my first time wearing it, and it worked together so well. So if that is something you have and own, highly recommend. That was really nice together. Also, I did everything like I did today, like where I set everything lightly, but I did all the cream first. Today I forgot about the highlighter, but again, it all wore really well. The blush didn't really fade on me too much. Did a little bit, but You can still see it. Yeah, overall, I'm like really impressed. And I love how these packaging, I know the brand is cruelty-free, vegan, and all of that, which is amazing. And I know a lot of people hate it. I like how they're plastic personally, because if I travel once that opens up again, these are what I'm going to be taking with me. Like, we have a ski trip planned for January in Colorado. Luckily, skiing is pretty socially distanced already, and we wear masks anytime we ski anyways because your face gets cold. So I feel like that's like one of the outdoor hobbies that's like totally fine, and I'm like super thrilled, and they're doing like reservations and all that. But anyways, we're flying instead of driving, and I'm so excited. Plane tickets are cheap, so we got our mask and everything, and these are products that I'm going to want to pack just because they're not going to break on me. I don't have to worry about it, especially with bringing my ski stuff. That's like hard and clunky, and I'll probably be putting everything in like 1 or 2 bags, so I don't have to worry about it. Because I do just like check all of my stuff. I never do carry-ons. I have too much crap to do carry-on, let's be honest. But I'm like really excited about how they're plastic, because usually like all of my foundations are in glass bottles, and yeah, it looks nice. It's nice when you're at home, but when you're traveling, it's not like I do it very often, but when I am, it is such a pain. The last product that I have is, I feel like a lot of people probably got this, but this is their matte I can't speak. So the last product that I got is their matte lip cream or souffle, whatever it's called. I love the packaging. I love how it's like matte touch, and I like how packaging reflects the color. Like, I wish more brands did this. So like, this is just sitting in front of me. I'm not trying to pick on this brand, but this doesn't tell me anything. Like, I hate how I have to like open it up and see what it is. I love clear packaging like this, or packaging where you can see what it is. So super pumped about that, and I'm loving that. I'm gonna wipe or dab off this lip balm because I don't want it to affect the color at all. I might pick up the clear because that is really nice, but I'm gonna go in with my chapstick because I don't like having dry lips underneath these. I've heard it's comfortable, but I don't know until I try it. So I got mine in the shade Inspire. I know this latest fave, and I have a lot of nude pinks, so the last thing I needed was another nude pink. This was in more orangey red from what I've seen. A lot of my reds are like blue tone reds. I feel like they look better on me, but I've never really tried a like warmer tone red. So this is in the shade Inspire. I think it was like Selena's shade she's wearing in her Schutte like promos. Oh, that feels really nice. This applicator is so easy to get this on, you guys. I have small lips, and there's nothing wrong with that, but like sometimes it can be a pain, especially with no liner. I didn't want to put any liner on, so I wanted to see the true color. And I thought I heard when she did a video with Nikki that she made these like this, so you don't have to wear a liner, you can just kind of line it. And I totally get what she means. This is like perfect. Wow, this feels so nice on the lips. And then to finish it off, we're going to go in with the setting spray again. Alright, so that is the face. What do we think? I feel like it looks really nice. Like I said, it is definitely like a medium coverage type of glam. I feel like the look came out really nice. This is the type of makeup that I've been loving and wearing all the time lately since this whole pandemic even started. So this brand, I think, just launched at like a perfect time for me personally. So I'm going to kind of run through the products and give you my thoughts. So primer I do like. This is the first time using it, so I don't know how it's going to wear under other products, but I think it is really nice. With this, it gives you kind of that luminosity under it. I didn't notice any of those like glitter pearls under it personally. I just thought it reminded me of my Becca primers for reference, kind of like similar, maybe not as intense as like my MAC strobe cream, but really like it. It's really nice, feels hydrating. I did do my skincare routine like an hour or two before doing my makeup, so it had time to like soak all into as well. Foundation, I really love this. Like I said, yesterday I wore it. If I can, I'm going to try and insert a wear test. I have class and I'm really busy. Follow me on Instagram. I'll probably do check-ins there just because it's easier for me. I can whip out my phone really quick. But if I remember and if I have time, I will do it on here on YouTube too, I promise. Really like the foundation. The match was great for me. It blends into my body so well. So concealer I really like. It's not like my most favorite concealer, but I think what's going to keep me going back for it is the applicator and how brightening it is. It kind of gives off that luminosity on the under eyes. I don't know if you guys saw when I was applying it, but it is like a lighter coverage concealer. I mean, you can still see all of my freckles peeking through, which I'm fine with. That doesn't bother me at all. Blushes, I love these. These in the foundation I think are like standout products. I think these are so good. I'm on like a cream kick and I really like it. I haven't used the shade Joy yet, but Bliss, this like matte, really gives off like a really pretty natural flush, so I'm excited to use Joy. The shade I did use yesterday, which I got a couple DMs on Instagram, this was a sample of the shade, I think it was Faith. It doesn't say on here, but I believe it is Faith. If it's something different, I'll put it on the screen. But it is like a darker shade, but again, if you just put a little dots, like a couple, beautiful. Next, the brow. You guys know I feel like it's a great idea. I just wish it was a smaller, more defining brow pencil. I personally really like how creamy it is. I feel like I got my brows looking decent. Do I love them? No, I think they're decent, but again, I also went in with like a powder and some other products to kind of like help them. I really like the gel. Again, I just hope they come out with one that's a thinner one. I think other than that, it's okay. I'd skip it personally unless you have like the world's most luscious brows. Highlighter I think is pretty. It's not like crazy intense. It kind of gives off like that. I feel like I like went to the beach. I'm like glowy, a little sweaty. Like it's really pretty. It's not my most favorite. I have some powder products that kind of give the same effect. I will keep using it and give you guys like updated thoughts later on in the future, but it is really pretty. I do like it, so don't get it twisted. I really do like it. It's just not like stand out. Like you won't be disappointed. The lip balm is really nice. I like how pigmented it is. It doesn't have a weird scent. It's really smooth. It's thin. Really pretty. I'm gonna get a lot of use out of that. The spray is really nice. I don't think it's like anything revolutionary, but I do think it's nice for like prepping the skin and ending it. It smells nice. It's a great experience. I have lipstick on my teeth, so hopefully no one comments that down below. I know. The souffle. This is so nice. Obviously, I just put it on. So, first impressions of this. It's really nice. I would pick a couple or like one up just to kind of save you like the formula. I love the applicator. It is really nice to get like everywhere in a line. I have like tiny lips, okay? And I feel like it looks really smooth. Like it doesn't look crazy or anything. Lastly, the brushes. So, if you only get one or like the foundation brush, I really love this. So I use this for my bronzer, my blush, blend it out beautifully. The concealer brush is okay. Like I'm going to use it when I use these products, but I could just use my sponge. But also it's like if you don't want to use a sponge, you won't regret them. If you're going to pick like one brush though, the foundation brush is really nice. Like I do definitely like applying this foundation better with this brush specifically made for it over my sponge. So keep that in mind. That is my final thoughts on all of these products. So it's a lot. This is probably going to be a really long video. So I hope you guys like it. I'll have all these products linked down below if you're interested. Thank you so much if you decide to shop through my links. It helps me out so much and I really do appreciate it. It helps me in my page and yeah. I'll put all the other products that I use like the Couture bronzer and things like that as well if you're interested. But without further ado, make sure you subscribe, give this video a big thumbs up if you want to see more videos like this. Follow me on Instagram. I am most active on there. If you're not, I don't know why you're not. But it's like a fun time. It's good. Alright, that is it. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!